Hey guys, here today to do One Piece chapter 754 review. And Zoro. Zoro is no joke. This chapter demonstrates it. 1080-pound cannon. Whoa. That's some impressive shit, right? It's almost on the scale of destructive capacity and sheer size as Luffy's elephant gun, almost. But yeah, this is impressive from him. This is one of the few attacks in recent times, right, since they've gotten to Dressrosa, that we see Zoro really pulling out the stops and showing them his real abilities, his real strengths. So there's three main things basically that happen in this chapter. First is the fact that Kinemon finally meets up with Kanjuro, his friend Kanjuro, and he has this very hacks OP ability, in my opinion, where he can draw stuff and then that thing that he draws come to life. But it's funny because the stuff that he draws, right, his drawing skills are not very good. The stuff that he draws is crappy. So it's funny. So Kinemon finally meets up with Kanjuro and they're about to make their getaway out of that kind of well that they're in. And then the scene shifts over to Luffy, Cavendish, his whole group that's riding on the horseback, and they finally make it up to the third level. And upon getting to the third level, we see this massive puppet looking thing. So we know that those things are going to be they are going to have to be dealt with for Luffy to progress to the fourth and final level. So kind of looking forward to see that going on. But Luffy and his group, they are finally progressing slowly but surely. They're getting closer to the top, and finally and most impressively we see Zoro versus Pika. And in this fight, when we first see Pika, he's breathing a lot, he's huffing and puffing. Zoro just leisurely fighting is really backing Pika into a corner, right? We see for all the attacks that Pika is doing, he has to run, he has to evade Zoro. And then when Bartholomew, Rebecca, and Robin are making their way up to where Luffy is, but they are currently at where the big gigantic statue is, Pika sees them and he notices Rebecca, so he decides to try to take them out by going into, he doesn't necessarily make back that same gigantic head statue that he made, but he goes into the same middle center position where he then began to control the big stone arm that was still there, and he almost hit them when all of a sudden Zoro brings out the stops, right, slices him up, slices and dices 1080-pound cannon, a big slash through that entire statue. And Pika is like, the expression on his face was priceless. He was startled, man. He was shocked. He was jerked by that powerful attack. So it seems that we'll finally get to see this fight in particular go down. I'm guessing that Oda will continue with this fight next week. He'll show it in more detail. So we will get to see Zoro versus Pika in at least the future chapters. So I'm really stoked to see where this goes. I'm really stoked to see Zoro's further abilities. So I like this chapter of One Piece. I thought it was good. So that's it. That's my review. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sayonara.